Josh Allen had to put the Superman cape on and save his head coach's job. Buffalo, at one point in the fourth quarter, trailed by 10 to 4-8, Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And they were transforming every third down to a first down. McDermott's defense, and he's a defensive guy, surrendered 5 touchdowns in a snowstorm at home. But every 6 or 7 times a year, Josh Allen does this. He saves the day. Josh Allen in Buffalo has become LeBron James in Cleveland. He's got to do all the big lifting. He's the human snowplow. Without Josh Allen in Buffalo, everything gets snowed in. Everything is stuck. So remember this season, just this season, Josh Allen had to score 4 touchdowns because the Bills surrendered 40 points. And then he had to score 6 touchdowns because the Bills surrendered 32 points. And then yesterday, they needed 4 touchdowns again in snow because they surrendered 34 points. And Sean McDermott's the defensive head coach. So I think Josh Allen loves being the man. He doesn't love being the only man. And yesterday, you got James Cook fumbling at the 1, so he's got to just run it in himself. So the Bills have 44 touchdowns this year. Josh Allen has 34 of the 44. This has been going on too long. It really is LeBron in Cleveland. He's got to do everything. And I know Sean McDermott is more than capable. He's organized. But just think about this number. This is unbelievable. The Buffalo Bills, for one reason only, Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills this year are 3-0 when they surrender 32 or more points. The rest of the league is 61-2. I mean, again, he's the city's best snowblower, bulldozer, snow remover. If he's not here, this thing would be a mess.
Because Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback. Anyone who wants to keep doubting that is insane. It's just unbelievable that people still want to doubt the greatness of Josh Allen, even after this game.
It's so Trevor Lawrence against that defense. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Seeing Ghost. Get out of here, man. The guy is going to see aliens. I don't know what he's going to see. Right now, the Denver Broncos are afraid of Trevor Lawrence against elite defenses, the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. How have the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence looked? Not good. Okay. Jack making fun of the Braun. We got to fulfill our contractual obligation. Talk about Bon Nix never. Oh, you mean the 1 seed in the AFC? The team that has the best record in the entire NFL. They are literally the best team in the NFL right now. At least just from the standing standpoint. Do you think maybe we should talk about them? Like, I'm coming across this video and I'm making it, obviously, as you can see, in real time. And I'm like, oh, it's getting close to first things first. Do I want to make a Broncos video right now? Post it. And then first things first is going to make a Broncos video. And then I try to separate. I don't like to try to post everything all together, right? I try to, let people breathe a little bit and not just, just keep making a million videos about the same team or the same topic. Variety is the spice of life here. And then I'm just like, we're not going to talk about the Braun. First things first, and Nick R is not going to talk about the Broncos. Why would they talk about the number 1 team in the NFL? And if they do, it won't be until the second hour. So I'm like, no, you can make this Broncos video right now. You don't gotta wait. They're the number 1 team in the NFL. I don't know what to tell you, man. They just are. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, it's the reality. And against a bad team like the Raiders, Bo Nix was awesome. And it's worth discussing because people are still doubting who Bo Nix is a quarterback. And over these last 3 games, he's been awesome. The team continues to be awesome. The offense continues to be great. The defense great. Sean Payton great. Vance great. They're all great. And you got to accept it. Before I go any further, Denver Broncos fans, please do not forget to watch the full length of the video. And please do not forget to subscribe. When you guys watch the full length video, When you guys subscribe, everything just goes through the roof. Views, subscribers, and like I always keep trying to emphasize, it's not just about getting views for the sake of views, clicks for the sake of getting clicks. It's trying to create content that people genuinely want to watch, something that people genuinely want to discuss and have conversations about. It's building a real community, and it's the best possible way to support the growth of this channel so we can keep doing that, so I can keep making the best possible Denver Broncos content that I can. So, thank you. But it's just like they're on the third longest win streak in Broncos history. Like, that's not amazing. That's not awesome. That's not worth discussing. That's not great. I mean, everyone just bashed and made, I shouldn't say everyone, first things first, Nick Ray just bashed and made fun of. Bo Nix, Sean Payton said this team was going to take a big step back. They're not good. They're not even going to make the playoffs. And then here they are, the number one seed in the NFL. The number one seed in the NFL. Not the AFC, not the NFC, the NFL. What more do you want? What more can you ask for? This is year 2 with Bo Nix. This is year 2 with Bo Nix. I mean, they tried to laugh at Sean Payton for saying, I think this is a Super Bowl contender. Remember Manjay and Nick and Brune? They were all just like studying the body language of Sean Payton because he said he believes in Bo Nix and is excited that he drafted him, and Nick was like, Bo Nix is now like the 4th best quarterback on the roster. Zach Wilson is better. Should have kept Russell Wilson. Those were actual takes. Those were actual takes. Got getting rid of Russ. They were like, Sean Payton is just, his ego is too big. This is a disaster. He can't make it work with Russ. This is a disaster. And then the first year without Russ. Oh, and he was too desperate for drafting Bo Nix. And then that first year, they make the playoffs for the first time in like a decade. That's a success with a rookie quarterback. That's a success with a massive dead cap. But then they lose in the playoffs. I know they're the first. This is actually true. The Denver Broncos are the first team ever to lose in the playoffs. And Bo Nix is the first rookie quarterback ever to lose in the playoffs on the road against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Okay. And it was like, see, I told you they weren't that good. Nah, they got smoked in the playoffs. Pretty embarrassing. It's like, sure, okay. Then there was some talk about, hey, this Denver Broncos team is going to be legit. They're going to be pretty good. They can be contenders. And it was just like, are you sure this team? This team? Yeah, this team. And again, in case you guys don't know, and we need things spoon-fed, the Denver Broncos are 11-2. They're the number 1 seed. They own the tiebreaker over the New England Patriots throughout the court. Like, they already own it no matter what. So, that's what I realized too. No matter what happens, they will always own the tiebreaker. Can't change. Well, that's what I heard. But that still doesn't sound right. But that's what it was said on TV, and the Los Angeles Rams have 10 wins. The Seattle Seahawks, strangely enough, are the 5th seed, and they got 10 wins. The Denver Broncos are the number 1 team in the NFL. The number 1 team. This is what this means. Number 1. Should I write it down real big? Number 1. They are the number 1 team in the NFL. They are the number 1 team in the NFL. From the ASMR crew, they're the number 1 team in the NFL. Sean Payton is the head coach. Bo Nix is the quarterback. And I don't even want to single out anyone on that defense because that defense is a unit. And we don't think we should talk about the Denver Broncos. In fact, it's kind of an embarrassment that the Broncos aren't first. They're not talked about until halfway through the second hour. And it's just like a random news segment rather than like a real, let's talk about this. And I get it. I talked about this before. You know, the Kansas City Chiefs losing is the story, right? That is a massive story and deserving to be. And we're talking about, but then we talk about the Chicago Bears losing to the Packers, right? We talk about all these other things, and it's just like you don't, and again, I get it. Beating the Raiders is not a big win, right? It's not this big monumental win, which is fair, totally fair. But they're the number 1 team in the NFL. You don't think we should talk about the number 1 team in the NFL more? The number 1 team in the NFL? The number 1 team in the NFL? Like that's, but shouldn't we open more show? Shouldn't we enhance that? Drill down on that a little bit. Linger on that a little bit. The number 1 team in the NFL. I keep saying it because it is genuinely crazy. We really do have to think about that for a second. And it's not like the Denver Broncos are indeed the Jacksonville Jaguars, where it's like, who cares, man? Like, this is the Denver Broncos. Like, the history that the Broncos have, the fan base, the iconic nature of Mile High. Like, the Broncos are royalty to me. I talked about this before. It's like the Packers and the Broncos to me are like such textbook football royalty. It's like they are two of the most iconic NFL brands out there. And it's just like we're not even feeding into that at all. We're not even people. They're not even trying to like milk it for all it's worth. I don't understand why. Like I really for the life of me I don't know why. And I don't think it's no like grand conspiracy. I've tried to come up with the idea of like maybe it's because so many people have double, triple, quadruple down on the Kansas City Chiefs because they kept winning. Understandably so. And so, especially if you're on like Get Up or any of the shows and you're just like, the Kansas City Chiefs are amazing. The Kansas City Chiefs are amazing. Can you just want to keep double or triple downing on that? And then by virtue, the Denver Broncos end up being a threat. And you're like, well, I got this massive KC fan base. And like, I kind of like where I'm at right now. So I'm just going to chill here. Like, that's one of my theories as to why you get less, Broncos. But I mean, the Denver Broncos almost have nearly double the win total of the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs aren't even in the playoffs. And I'm not sure if you know this, but the Denver Broncos are the #1 team in the NFL. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about this #1 team in the NFL, the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So, you agree with me or disagree with me? Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.